Hey, God's people. I am at God's Acre Healing Springs. This is a spring in South Carolina where God constantly lets the water come up. It's been like this for years. People all across the world come here, and I met many people that get healed. I usually come here about once a month to get the water because I like the taste, and I always meet someone new. And today I met Miss Essie, and she shared a testimony with me. Be quiet about your
my father.
and he came.
It was in the 1970s, and I used to bring my daddy had a bad rash on the back of his leg, and I used to bring him down here, and he was to let the water. Let the water run on his leg, and he let the water dry on his leg, and God took the rash away, and I thank God, and I give God the glory.
Amen. God bless you.
Bless you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. God, if we don't meet again, I'll meet you alone.
Amen. Amen. I'll be looking for you because I'm getting to heaven and I know you're going to be there. Well, people, I met one lady last time I was here. She brought her husband, and her husband was in a wheelchair. He couldn't walk. And I'll show you the area here. These are the springs. Sometimes they're fast, sometimes they're slow, but the water never stops, straight out of the ground. But this area here, there was a lady, she brought her husband. He was in a wheelchair, and he was in a really bad car accident. Hey, I like your hair.
Thank you.
I like yours too. Oh, thank you. I like yours too. Y'all sisters?
We're sisters, and that's
Oh,
my baby.
wow.
That's my baby.
Youthful. Black don't crack.
That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all from Georgia?
Yes.
Wow, thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from here, South Carolina.
Okay.
Nice to meet y'all.
Pleasure to meet you. You take care.
All right, you too. So this area here, I don't know if you can see that sign. I'm not gonna walk in it because I have on, even though I have on my little 4 fingers, I don't want to walk in the water. But I don't know if you can see it with the camera facing. But the pond just runs. It collects all the excess water, goes down here. They have Revelations 20 up here. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and dine with him, and he with me. But anyway, people from all across this state, South Carolina, and the world, even I've met foreigners out here, they come here. It's called Healing Springs. But back to the story, there was a lady, she had her husband. He was in a wheelchair, and he was he had a bad accident. The doctor said he probably wasn't going to walk, but they didn't give up faith. All right. So she came and she pushed her husband down here in this wheelchair, and he had this little stick beside him, and she helped him up. And I watched these people. They walk from here down here, and she walked with her husband, and they walked down there barefooted. He took off his shoes, she took off her shoes, and they turned around and they came back. And I guess he started getting strength in his legs, and he turned around and he came back, and then he started walking by himself with the stick, you know. And you know, I've met a lot of people out here. I've met a Korean lady and her daughter. And her daughter's a doctor, but she brings her mom here. She said her mom was suffering. They told her mom she had Alzheimer's, and when her mom started drinking the water, she said it went away. So I believe not only is this God's water, but I believe it's the people's faith first, because he couldn't come here. They didn't come here from wherever they came. People who are coming from all these states and all over. It's their faith that brought them here. It's their faith that healed them. But they believe that God would do it through the water. It's his water. But the root of their healing, I believe, is the faith. And I've got my own personal testimonies. My mom has her testimonies, and we didn't know about these springs. So it's the faith that heals. All things are possible to him that can believe. That's what Jesus said. And my shirt of the day, I'll share it with you. It says, I'm not a control freak, but you're doing it wrong. No, I'm not a control freak. But if I love you and I can help you, and I see that you're going off a cliff, I'm going to try to tell you. Now, toxic folk won't appreciate that. They'll call you a control freak. They'll say you think you know everything. But part of my testimony, when you get rid of them toxic folk and God bring new people in your life, they will see your greatness and they will appreciate you helping them out. I met a friend who's dear to my heart. I met him about 3 months ago. He had an issue these past few days. And I gave my unsolicited advice, which is what I've gotten criticized for in the past, especially by the toxic folk, even if the advice would help. But I gave it to him, and at first he wasn't sure because a woman, it's not common for a woman to know about such topic that he was dealing with and such issues in such detail. But I was telling him with such strong conviction and boldness, as you know, I knew what I was talking about because I'd already had that similar issue. But anyway, long story short, he listened to everything I said. He did everything I said do. And then he called me back and he said, I appreciate you, baby. You're so sweet. So you see, the right people will appreciate you, even if it's unsolicited advice. If that advice is right and it's coming from the heart and you're sincere and you know what you're talking about, the right people will appreciate you. They won't call you a control freak. They'll realize you know what you're talking about. So anyway, that's my nuggets for today. Healing Springs, it's in Blackville, South Carolina. If any of you good folk have never been here and you want to visit, Blackville, South Carolina, Healing Springs. I'm going to fill up my few jugs that I brought. And you guys have a blessed day. Remember, if nobody ever told you, you are loved, you are special, you are God's child, you are the light of the world. Have a blessed day and prepare for self-sufficiency.